Let's take a deep dive into how Zendaya makes and spends her fortune. Zendaya has a whopping net worth of $30 million since launching her career. This didn't all come from one place, as Zendaya is a woman of many talents. Can you guess how much she spends on her mansions? Stick around to uncover the estimated amount she'll spend on her wedding with Tom Holland. Zendaya's proven time and time again that she's one of the realest celebs in the entertainment industry. Here are 5 ways Zendaya earns her millions and 5 ways she spends. Zendaya earns a bulk of her money from acting. It shouldn't come as a shock that the Oakland, California native has a large percentage of her money coming in from acting gigs. She got her first big break in 2010 when she was cast in Shake It Up alongside Bella Thorne. One of the reasons Zendaya has become so recognizable in Hollywood is because of how early she began her career. Millennials and Gen Zers grew up watching Zendaya's career unfold on Disney. Ever since then, Zendaya has been in hits like Euphoria and the most recent iteration of Spider-Man. She's starred alongside Timothée Chalamet in the Dune franchise and will continue to showcase her talents on the big screen for years to come. Zendaya has made most of her wealth from her time as an actress. In fact, it's been rumored that Zendaya's net worth will truly skyrocket if and when the next season of Euphoria comes out. She's negotiated her salary to jump to $1 million per episode once season 3 is released. Not bad for someone who once made $200,000 per season on Disney Channel. Zendaya spends a lot of money on mansions. It shouldn't come as a shock to anyone that Zendaya has some of the most beautiful homes and apartments in the world. When she first made it big on Disney Channel, Zendaya bought a gorgeous 5-bedroom home in Southern California for $1.5 million. But that's not the only piece of real estate the superstar owns. She also purchased a $4 million ranch in the Encino area of California for when she wants to get away and escape the big city. There's also something about New York City that draws in celebrities from around the world. Zendaya is no different, as she owns a waterfront apartment in Brooklyn. It also is important for her to have access to this home while filming projects in the Big Apple. Arguably, the biggest news to come from Christmas 2024 was finding out that Zendaya and her longtime boyfriend Tom Holland were officially engaged. The pair owns a home in London that was purchased for £2.5 million, which equates to roughly $2 million. Zendaya's homes are quite beautiful, but it should still be recognized that she didn't splurge too hard like some folks in Hollywood do. Zendaya also rakes in cash from high-end collaborations. Zendaya has been known to collaborate with some of the biggest names in the world. She started her own fashion line in 2016. While it wasn't quite the same hit as Selena Gomez's makeup brand, it did put Zendaya on the map when it came to clothing. Over the years, she's worked with people like Tommy Hilfiger and has participated in multiple fashion weeks. The fashion world is one of the most challenging to navigate. Styles are constantly changing, and the price to create certain looks continues to go up. Zendaya's original goal with fashion was to provide cheap clothing options for women. The goal was in the right place, but the products didn't quite meet the mark when it came to quality. Zendaya took it further when she became a spokesperson for Bulgari and Valentino in 2020. These brands create some of the most iconic looks and expensive items in the world. Only the cream of the crop wears these brands. Paying Zendaya top dollar to be a spokesperson helped bring them to where they are today. Another iconic brand Zendaya works closely with is Louis Vuitton. Brand deals are one of the most popular ways celebrities make money. Zendaya is the perfect model for most luxury items and will continue to fetch top dollar when it comes to promoting the best of the best. Zendaya drops quite a bit of money on her mental health care needs. Mental health has become one of the focal points for millennials and Gen Zers in the United States. The cost of living has never been higher, and it often feels like we have no place to turn. Therapy used to have a negative stigma attached to it, especially for men. While Zendaya is clearly a woman, she's using her platform to express how important it is to take care of your mental health. It also makes her more relatable to the average person. When most folks look at Zendaya's life, they likely automatically assume it's great and that nothing could possibly be wrong. That's just the opposite, though, as Zendaya has talked about how important therapy is to her and her success. One of the best things therapy offers is a neutral third party. People constantly have to make huge decisions. It can be challenging to turn to family members or friends who might be impacted by the choices you make. A therapist is typically someone who has no interest in what happens, other than seeing you make what truly is the right choice for you. That's just one of the many benefits of therapy that Zendaya has talked about over the years. By the way, celebrity therapists typically charge anywhere from $500 to $1,000 per hour-long session before sitting down with a famous person like Zendaya. Zendaya's music career was once great for her financial growth. While she doesn't do this anymore, there was once a time when Zendaya was releasing music. The apex of her music career came during her Disney Channel days. Her biggest single was Replay that came off of her only studio album Zendaya, which was released in 2013. She's written songs for Euphoria, most of which came during the second season of the show. Another time fans saw Zendaya singing on the big screen was during The Greatest Showman, when she starred alongside Zac Efron. The duo sang the hit Rewrite the Stars, and it peaked at number 70 on the charts. It's clear to most people that Zendaya's main focus is in the acting realm of entertainment. However, she's proven that when push comes to shove, she can sing and hang with any musician out there. The question will likely always be in the back of fans' heads about how great Zendaya's career would have been if she pursued music with the same level of detail as she did acting. It's safe to say she succeeded with acting instead of music. Zendaya spends millions on donations and charitable causes. The bulk of what Zendaya spends her money on revolves around helping those around her. She's constantly working with groups like Feeding America and Stomp Out Bullying to aid those who are in desperate need. Zendaya also gives funding to learning and educational opportunities for children around the world. It shouldn't come as a shock to anyone to find out that Zendaya has a passion for education, as both of her parents worked as teachers while she was growing up. She also understands what it feels like to be behind or unsure of yourself in school, as she's been very vocal about being held back in kindergarten because she was too shy to ask for help. The fact that Zendaya is constantly giving shows exactly what kind of person she is, and why she's been continually blessed with roles and financial resources over the years. She's shown no signs of slowing down when it comes to helping others, and in fact makes it seem like she's just getting started. Be on the lookout in the future to see exactly which charities Zendaya is putting her money towards. Zendaya is a high earner because she's on the producer track. Zendaya doesn't just have a knack for acting in Hollywood, but she's started dipping her toes in the production side of things as well. She's one of the main producers behind the hit show Euphoria, and has absolutely crushed it along the way. The show depicts what it's like to be a teenager with a drug problem. While some folks have criticized the show for glamorizing drugs, many appreciate the light it sheds on a massive issue within the United States. The distance between Season 2 and Season 3 has made some fans lose hope that it will continue. But there have been multiple confirmations that the show will pick back up at some point in the near future. Regardless of if it does, Zendaya has proven that she's more than capable of producing entertainment. Don't be shocked to find her name on more than just the acting list in the future. Zendaya's upcoming wedding costs will likely be on the high end. The last thing that Zendaya spends money on is something she hasn't had to do quite yet. There's no telling how big the wedding between her and Tom Holland will be, but she will have to spend at least a few bucks to create a memorable day. Tom allegedly spent around $250,000 on the engagement ring, which means the duo likely won't be shy about spending for their big day. They haven't yet revealed whether they will be married in London, where Holland is from, or somewhere in the United States. There's also the chance the pair tie the knot somewhere exotic, like the Caribbean. Either way, even though Zendaya is frugal with her money, this will likely be a day she's willing to go the extra mile, as she should. Tons of people dream about their wedding day for their entire lives, and it's possible Zendaya feels the same. Fans anxiously await pictures from the pair who have captivated the entire world. On average, celebrity weddings cost millions of dollars. For context, Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra's wedding costed them $1.2 million. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West spent $4.1 million on theirs. It'll be eye-opening to uncover how much cash Zendaya and Tom spend on their big day. If they choose to follow in the footsteps of fellow famous people, their wedding will likely cost anywhere between $1 million and $5 million. How much do you think Zendaya and Tom will spend on their fairy tale wedding? As Zendaya rakes in money from flipping homes and handling real estate investments. Real estate is another reason why Zendaya has such a high net worth. The value of her properties will only continue to go up, given that they're in such prime and sought-after locations. Zendaya has never outright said she purchased these properties with the intention of flipping them for a profit. She sure knows how to find a good deal. Plenty of folks around the world have gained massive net worths because of real estate. Now that Zendaya and Tom Holland are officially engaged and thinking about a family, this might mean less time in front of the camera for Zendaya. Tom has already talked about wanting to officially retire when he has kids. but Zendaya might decide to dip her toe in real estate. She clearly has a passion for homes and certainly won't have the same amount of time if she ever does have kids to continue acting at this same rate. Real estate is a common segue for successful actors to continue growing their net worths, as Zendaya spends a boatload of money on the Black community. One of the most important things Zendaya puts her money towards is to raise awareness for African Americans and their rights. Zendaya is half Black, which means she understands what it means to be Black in the United States. She wants to give back and help uplift as many people in her journey as she possibly can. Zendaya pays particular attention to Black voices in the media world, as that's where she's most comfortable and has made the bulk of her money. She's constantly online, sharing her views with the world and doing whatever she can to help those who are less fortunate than her. It's refreshing to see an actress put their money where their mouth is these days. There are a lot of celebrities who don't voice their stance or what side they're on for fear of being canceled. That's not how Zendaya operates. In fact, it's arguably one of the reasons why fans adore her so much. She's not afraid to ruffle some feathers along the way. It's safe to assume Zendaya will continue putting her money where her mouth is when it comes to social and political issues. What are your thoughts on how Zendaya spends her wealth? How would you spend $30 million if it's what you had at the moment? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.